So today's walk starts in the village of Buttermere. We're by the Bridge Hotel here, and Bridge Hotel's been here for a long time. Just up the road here you've got Buttermere, the old school of Buttermere. So this is going to be a walk around the lake, anti-clockwise again, just because I find this is the most peaceful way of doing it, I think. Okay, as you drive into Buttermere, you take a right just by the Bridge Hotel. You've got the walkers bar here. As you come into here, if you're driving, the bus stops just here. You've got Croft House Cafe, you've got Sykes Cafe around the corner, which I'll show you later, and then you've got Buttermere Court Hotel. Down here you've got parking. I've come quite early on a weekday today, but you've got a car park paying display down there, and on the left here you've also got a car park and bar entrance. Okay, so when if you park here, you have to come back out and follow the signs. Big red sign. Well, one says strictly no camping, and the other one says lake. So let's go head to the lake. Now just down there you've got Buttermere Vally, the famous haystacks, and if you just pan over to the right, we're looking at red pike. High style is just over there. We'll be doing some more walks around this area. If anyone wants any requests, please let me know. Put a comment down in the comment box, and I can certainly give you an updated guide. Okay, the path does split here. We want to be going this way. There is a sign here that actually tells you if you want to go around Crummock, you go that way. We want to be going this way to Buttermere. Okay, as you come through this gate here, you can actually see the lakeshore. So you can cut right here, or you can actually go down and you kind of go over by them logs and it comes back up there. It's a nice little shore for bathing. You can walk quite far out before it gets deep. Really clear lake, Buttermere. I've swam across a couple of times, and it's a really clear lake, you know, because it's straight off the fells, hasn't been touched by anything. And yeah, so this bottom part of the lake, you can probably walk out about 200 meters, and it's only, you know, just coming up to sort of chest depth at that point. So it's good for kids and dogs and everything, just for messing around on this beach area. So we're going to walk back along here, up the river, and then over to that bridge over there, which doesn't last very long. Then it goes into Crummock and then out the bottom. But this is the start of it. It's actually quite high at the moment, still being just coming out of winter time, with a lot of rainfall. In summertime you can pretty much cross this, you can paddle through it. I wouldn't recommend it now. So as you cross this bridge, coming up to a waterfall, you can see this waterfall all the way back from Buttermere. and that waterfall there is Sourmill Gill. In summer it's not as impressive, but I'll take you up there and we can have a look. So we're just coming off the track a little bit. There's a little path there if you want to stay low. But there's another one here that kind of joins up to it. No safe ascent up that waterfall. There you go. And it's like that all the way up. It's a beautiful waterfall. It takes you up to Red Pike. Okay, so we're going to go back down here. The gate's opened itself. Okay, it looks like the... So what we're going to do now, we're going to go back down to the lakeshore path. And then round the lake. As you're walking around Buttermere on this far side, take the opportunity to enjoy it. The other side there's a road, so there is sometimes you're walking along the road. It tends to be a bit more busier that way. This side you've got these like little secluded bays. There's a little bench over there, and you can look back on Buttermere. And then up, you've got High Snockrig up there. If it was a bit clearer, you'll be able to see Robinson. And you can see the lake colours. You can see how green it is. And that just shows you how clear this is. And this is on it's not a calm day, you know, it's quite windy in the open there. If you look back over there, that was the bay where we were just at. So you've got a nice little bay area here. Loads of lovely little streams coming off the mountains today. So even, you know, this is March time. It's a clear day. It's a calm day for March. It's not raining, it's dry. But I mean, I've done this in the rain, pouring rain. It's still a lovely little place to be. Again, a low walk, nice easy ramble round the lake. This walk's about 5 miles. And again, there's not really any hard climbs. This path's been well made. And it's well used. Okay, just looking back now, you can see a little bit more of Buttermere over there, and on into sort of Lawton Valley over in the Lowfell range over there. In the clouds up there, you've got Grasmere. Grasmoor. Always get it wrong. Mere is a lake, Moor is a hill. And yeah, it's lovely. There's a duck just bobbing around over there, and it's just disappeared under the water. So it's one of them diving ducks. As you can tell, my knowledge of animals is amazing. That's one of them ducks that disappears under the water and comes back up about half an hour later somewhere else. Let's see if we can see it coming up. No, I can't see it. There it is. Just about there. You probably can't see it on this wide angle lens. There's a tree just fallen down there. Looks like it's had its day. It's all rotten at the base. A couple of, it almost looks like steps up to nothing. But you know, if you take a look up there, it's such a lovely green, you know, it's just all moss. It's such a nice green colour. You can get lots of that in the Lake District. But Buttermere is seldom looked at as a lake for people to walk around. But it's such a short lake. You know, the guide I've done on Don't Water is 10 miles. This is half Don't Water. But it is harder to get to. You know, the parking does get a bit tight. There's another little bay with another seat. You can just hear the wind picking up now. So we're about a third of the way round at this point. The good thing about lake walks is you can always, most of the time, you can always see end point. You can kind of work out how far you've come and how far you've got to go. So it makes it easier to judge how long you're going to be. You know, you can still see where we started from. There's some walks in the hills you can't tell. Some lovely colours today. The sun just coming through. Some photographers would call this a lovely composition. I just call it a nice day to be out. We've obviously had some issues with camping around here, because this is another sign about camping. There is a good campsite just in the village itself. Camped there a few times myself, and it's right next to a pub. So why wouldn't you camp there? It's cheap as well. I can't remember how much it was, but it's not that expensive, especially if there's a few of you. But anyway, path splits up here a little bit, goes up the fell, but we're going to take the lower one. This is where the path splits. We're going to take the lower one, keeping down by the shore. So as we're coming down to the bottom end of the lake here, you've got Fleetwith Pike just poking out here. That almost looks like it's at the foot of the lake, but the lake actually goes a little bit further around. Then you've got Honister Pass cutting through there, and you can just see the peak of Dale Head up there, and that goes over onto Gatesgarth, and then again over onto Robinson. I think that might be the top of Robinson up there. Okay, so we're just coming up to this junction here. If you were to take that higher path, which is a wider, easier path to take really, you join up here, and then you just continue on down, Okay, so we're coming out of the woods now, and you can see a lovely waterfall off up to the right. And up there you've got High Crag. Nice little bay down there. Just a little hole in the wall there. You can go down. So this beck is called Coombe Beck, and as you can see, there's a lot of running water here. But in summertime, yeah, this is a lot smaller. There's some stunning waterfalls up there. Goes into the lake there. As you're looking up the valley there, that's Warnscale Bottom, and obviously Warnscale Beck, which is the waterfall that you can see that's facing you. There's a bit of a famous forever pool there, or whatever you want to call it. And that's leading up on the right. Takes you up to Blackbeck Tarn. On the left there, Fleetwith Pike. The walk up there, that ridge, Fleetwood Edge. It's quite a bit of a scramble, but a nice one. And just illuminated by the sun there. There's Honister Pass. And if you just take you around, you've got Dale Head just up there, and it takes you over Gatesgarth and Robinson. And then this little ridge here coming up onto the top there, it's called High Snockrig. And again, there's another path that takes you down straight into Buttermere. Just at the bottom end of the lake here, there's a famous little house down there. And it's private, but I'm sure everyone that comes down here would love to stop there. And this was the site of a famous film set. I'll put it up there because I can't remember exactly what the film's called. Right, so as you're coming along here, this is the path up that takes you up Scarth Gap on the right hand side, and that takes you over into the top end of Ennerdale. We're going to be going straight ahead and then over a bridge called Peggy's Bridge. No idea why it's called Peggy's Bridge. I would imagine the farmer's wife at some point was called Peggy, and she wanted to cross the river. And the farmer couldn't figure out why, because there's no farmland on this side, so, you know, all his farmland's over there, so why does Peggy want over the river? Oh well, we'll build her a bridge. And there you got Peggy's Bridge. Okay, as we're coming down at Peggy's Bridge, you can see a few cows. They look quite friendly. Used to humans, I would have thought. Bloody hope so. Yeah, these things are used to having a good old scratch. You're having a good old scratch, eh? Big scratch, big scratch. You know. Yes. Oh, I've got no food. Okay, so this is Peggy's Bridge. Going over this river. And you get some nice picture there actually. Okay, this walk takes you to Gatesgarth, which is this little, I would say hamlet, but it's more just a farm. but there is parking at the farm as well. So on a side note, every time I come past here, it reminds me of when we were kids. My brother decided to go and pet some cows that were out in this field, and one of them decided not to be too friendly and chased him all the way back. Should have seen him run, it was funny. Okay, we're just coming into Gatesgarth now. I would say Peggy's bridge is probably halfway, but this is where you can also park. So if you were doing it a different way, you can obviously park at this bottom end. So over here it's £4 all day pay and display, which is quite decent. And then you've got what looks like a little cafe spot here, which is new to me. I haven't seen this before. But yeah, in summertime this is a car park, and I do believe it's a very similar price. Again, you've got the Honister Rambler, suspended for the winter, returns on March the 23rd. So that's this weekend. So that should be open again all summer, which runs from Keswick via Seatoller and over Honister Pass. We're on the road here. Obviously this does get quite busy. So if you've got dogs and kids, just keep them on a lead. And yeah, I'm afraid this is a fair bit of walking now on the road. Okay, so there is the odd footpath that just takes you off the road a little bit. So again, we usually say keep to the right hand side if you're for oncoming traffic, but in this case I would keep to the left, because this is where most of the paths are, and again this is the way most people walk. Okay, this is where we come off the road now, and then we start joining the lakeshore path. Buttermere village, 1.5 miles. Right, so for many years there's been a tunnel that you actually go through, and it's quite good fun for the kids. There is like a little hidey place where you can just go in. As you come in this way, it's on the left hand side, about 6 foot in. You just keep to the back of it and no one can see you. And then, so if you run ahead and go and hide in there, you can watch your kids come in, give them a little scare. And as you're looking over the other side of the lake now, you can just see High Crag, High Stile, and just over in the distance there, you can't really see it, but Red Pike, and then the tarn at the top there. And then this lovely ridge. You can see Coombeck just coming down. You can actually still hear it from here. So as you come through the gate, right opposite Coombeck, there's a nice little beach, shaly beach, nice little bay. Okay, so this is the place where we're coming up to where the tunnel is. You just go over this bridge and through the gate on the right hand side. The lake's quite high at the minute, so it's made this a little bit narrow. Okay, so coming up here, this is a little bit of a, not cliffy climb, but a little rocky step. So if you're a bit uneasy, you can just take it easy on this bit. Probably the hardest step on the whole route actually. but it's well used. You just have to be careful of the drop on the left hand side there. So this is the part where the tunnel is. It's anyone who's a bit sort of claustrophobic or scared of tunnels, it looks dark and horrible until you actually get, you literally get to the point and then you can see the end. So it's, you kind of look up to it and you think, oh God, this goes into pitch black, but once you go through, it's all right. There we go. And then just off to the left there is the hiding point. Let's see if the camera can pick it up. Just at this bit here. So as you come through here, at this point here, this dark patch here, if you hide there, no one can see you. And you can jump out on people. Okay. So this is quite wet in here. So I do advise boots. Even though I've come in trainers. And then we're through to the other side. That's what it looks like. And you can just see the end point. So if you come in this way, you can see all the way through. But it's just a nice little touch. Keep the kids entertained, and it's just a nice little tunnel. Okay, so we're coming to another sort of viewpoint place where you can have picnic. It's great, this lake, because it has so many little bays and seats and things like that to have a picnic and go for a paddle in summer. And you can just see the first bay that we came to there, which means Buttermere Village is just on the right hand side. So we're not far off Buttermere now, as in Buttermere Village. Like you say, once you've gone through that tunnel, you can pretty much say that you're half an hour off, something like that. But it's an easy walk. The technical part's done. You've done all that, and getting blown out by the sun a bit. And yeah, not far to go, and you can stop off at the cafe. Another nice little bay. You can see this side, it gets quite deep quite quickly. Not like the bottom end there. But again, such a clear lake. Even on a rough day like today, you can still see. So that's, I would say that's probably the last place you would stop. The other places that you get to, you're so close to Buttermere that you might as well just carry on and sample the delights of Sykes Cafe. Okay, so this is where the path splits off. You can go down that way to the village, or you can go this way to the village. This way is takes you off-road, keeps you off-road, and sort of goes down by the lake and then meets up back to where we started. Whereas this one here goes off, up, and brings you into the top side of the village. Okay, so I'm going to be taking this route. This one here is quite easy to follow if you're going that way. You just have to basically go down as far as to where you've been before, take a right, and then you keep back right into the village. Nice little beck there. Runs down from a little house up the road there called Bowderbeck. So I would imagine that is Bowderbeck. Nice little rocky outcrop here. Again, if you've brought a picnic and you don't want to get anything in the village, you can sit up there, admire the views of all the mountains. And you can just start to see backside of Red Pike there now. Okay, you get your first views back again of Buttermere Vally. Lovely little house there. I wonder who owns that. As you come to this gate, you want to be taking a left, and this takes you through a farm and then into the village. Okay, so you got this gate here, carry on straight through to the next gate and then keep going straight ahead. Okay, so we're just entering Buttermere village. Looks like someone's doing a bit of work. This is a Windsike holiday cottage. Yeah, it's, interesting. Nice name, nice business name that. And that's Windsike Farm Holiday Cottage. Okay, as you cut through here, you've got a nice little ice cream here. It's gorgeous. Sykes Farm Tea Room. I definitely recommend it. Hello, doggy. Hello. Okay, to get back where you started, you walk back down here and you can see the Bridge Hotel. Okay, so that's been a walk of Buttermere Lake and a few of the sights around it. And yeah, I hope this has been some help. I'll see you in the next one.